Alright guys, I got a location here. This is for a very useful mod if you're not using a suppressor. This is the Smg Flash Hider. And what this does is tightens up your groupings. So, see this here. 20% shot spread. So that's pretty good. I'm going to do some testings with it, comparing it to the Compensator. And I don't have the Compensator yet, so that's going to be the next thing I get. If you're wondering where this is located, it is at the south of the map, in Liberty. So all the way down here in Liberty, on this little island, called the Richer Cobden Residences. And it's in this building right here. So, you can just, like, take a helicopter, go jump out of it, grab it, or get it however you want. But if you're not using a suppressor, this is actually really useful. Especially in PvP, if you're not running Panther with a submachine gun, you're going to want to use either the, what is it called, Compensator or the Flash Hider. And I'm going to do a comparison of the two. I'm going to actually pause this video. So, it's going to resume, in a couple of seconds. But I'm going to pause it till I find this Smg Compensator, show the location for that in this video as well, and then compare the two muzzles together. This one gives you better vertical recoil, 10% shot spread. This one just gives you 20% shot spread. And then we'll compare it also to the standard muzzle, which would be the same as the suppressor as far as how it shoots. So I'm going to pause it now, and we will resume once we find the other one. Alright, so here is the other attachment. This here is the Smg Compensator. Wait. Rip, that is not the Smg Compensator. Scratch that! Alright, well. I found it. This is it. No false alarms this time. Smg Compensator. This one is located in the Channels province, all the way up north on this island, and then it's out on this little, detachment from the Oceanic Power Plant. Consider the Oceanic Power Plant where it's located, but it is not in the power plant itself. It's out here. So really easy to get if you're in a helicopter, because you could just jump down, and you could either land on this building or just parachute in and grab it, because as far as I know, there's no enemies out here. This is the building that it's on. And I haven't explored back there, but I kind of want to go check out back there. But first, we are going to test out this Compensator versus the Flash Hider versus, none. So first, we're going to go with no attachment at all. We're going to do a standard muzzle. This would be how it fires if you have a suppressor on. But we're going to take the suppressor off for science. And we're going to use this target right here along this to test our groupings, and then that back there as well. Keep in mind I do have ballistic advantage on, which is a very important perk. I couldn't imagine not using this. Gives 60 range, 30 handling. If you're not using that, your results are going to be drastically different. So here is a short little burst with no input from the mouse at all. And back here. This is my favorite submachine gun because it has really good range. The most damage in PvP. It does 41 or 43 damage in PvP. And in PvE, it also has huge damage, huge range, good rate of fire. Very, very fast bullets. The bullets are so much faster than most of the other submachine guns. And it's just awesome. Bullpup PDR is my favorite. So now, let's go with the Compensator. This is going to help with vertical recoil and 10% shot spread. I do notice it climb a little bit less. And then let's do a full mag, actually, with this. Starting down at the corner of this with no input at all. And let's do a full mag with the compensator off real quick. We never did test that. It should be a bit more vertical recoil. Not that big of a difference. Now, let's do a little test with the Flash Hider. This is 20% shot spread, but nothing for the recoil. See if we notice any difference here. Does feel like the groupings are a bit tighter. Which is weird. I feel like recoil should be the only thing affecting groupings, but let's do a full mag. Okay, that's a big fucking difference right there. That's about half the recoil. One of them went up there, the other one went there, and it just went there. So, if you're not going to be running suppressed, I highly recommend the Flash Hider. Because that is a big difference. Very big difference. And the shot spread is weird. I don't know if that's basically just considered stability or what, because it's strange. It doesn't actually add stability, so it's, or recoil or whatever. It's a little bit weird that we have this hidden RNG stat of shot spread. But I'm no longer running Panther anymore, so I'm not running a submachine gun. I've been going super stealth for quite a while, but I'm no longer doing that. If I start shooting bullets, they're going to hear me now, and it's a little bit more extreme and more difficult when you're not running a suppressor. So it's fun. It's a different play style. And in PvP, I don't think it's worth it to run the suppressor because you can have tighter groupings with the Flash Hider, and I'm running the medic class in PvP because you can throw the little upgrades down that give you an extra health bar for you and your teammates. You can also res them faster and res them with your drone versus Panther, which wasn't that useful in PvP unless you're running a suppressor, and it didn't seem to make that big of a difference. The other thing is the assault class is great, but if you're not using an assault rifle and you're using an SMG like me, it's not as that big of a benefit because you just start with full health or 4 bars of health, but you can't give it to your teammates and you can't res them faster. So that's what I'm running. And I'm going to be running this Flash Hider from here on out. I think that's a pretty big difference, and I like it. I think this is a must-have. Unfortunately, if you run the Flash Hider, you can't decide to put a suppressor on. The only way you can run the suppressor is if you either choose it or choose the standard muzzle. So that kind of sucks, but the groupings are pretty nice, and I like it. They're much better now at range. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about on bullet speed and range, like, look how fast my bullets are hitting this. Let's go with something like, let's grab the MPX. There's one right there. And now let's shoot the MPX. And look at how long it takes for the bullets to get there. Versus this gun here. It's like twice as fast, so it's a hidden stat that we don't get to see, the velocity of the bullets, and I think it's actually a really, really important stat as well, and it's unfortunate that they're not shown in our stat sheet on velocity. The only thing that I feel is just a slight faster velocity than this is the P90, but the P90 has horrible groupings compared to the PDR. And it also has less range. A little bit more rate of fire, but considerably less damage, especially in PvP. So it's not what I choose. But thank you guys for watching my little video here. Check out my other videos for gun locations, mod locations, little mini reviews, tips and tricks in general. And you can check me out live, Twitch TV /Inigo Montoya. Thanks for watching.